Today we will discuss about the important topic that is photosynthesis. Let me first myself Dr. Ranjit Singh, Associate Professor of Botany, Pandit Chiranjilal Sharma, Government College, Karnal. As the word indicate, this photosynthesis mean photon means light and synthesis means putting together the two things, that is photosynthesis. That means the green plants they synthesize complex carbohydrate from carbon dioxide and water. If we see the definition of this process, the definition of this process in a concise way is this process is a transformation of photonic energy into chemical energy by green parts of the plant. Photonic energy means light or radiant energy, whereas chemical energy means the energy locked in high energy bonds of carbohydrate molecules. In this photosynthetic process, the basic character of this process is it is a most fundamental process, first of all. Secondly, all the life in the world they are directly or indirectly depends upon the this process in which the carbon dioxide is taken from this atmosphere and water from the soil, and both the component they are incorporated in the organic compound that is carbohydrate. It is anabolic process. Another character is this in this carbon dioxide assimilation take place, and in this process we appropriately we called it as an photosynthesis in spite of carbon dioxide assimilation. For carbon dioxide assimilation there are more ways in which carbon dioxide get assimilated into the plants. The other ways other than photosynthesis are dark fixation in succulent plants like kalanchoe, like opuntia, etc., and the chemosynthesis in many plant cells like bacteria. The simple equation of photosynthesis is carbon dioxide, six molecule, they combine with the six molecule of water and they give rise to the carbohydrate, and oxygen is evolved. Whereas in the modified way, we can say the carbon dioxide molecules, which are 6, and water, they are 12. Both of them, they combine together and they give rise to the important molecule, which is carbohydrate, that is C6H12O6, and 6 molecule of water plus an important molecule, that is oxygen. In this slide, we can also see the modified equation of photosynthesis in which the water molecule they are 12 and the oxygen evolved they are of the 6 molecules. In this equation, we can see a very stable form of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. They gets converted into little bit less stable form, that is C6H12O6 and water. and oxygen. The energy applied in this conversion is obtained from light. Total energy stored during this process is 112 kilocalorie per mole. In this process, water is oxidized to oxygen and carbon dioxide to CH2O, that is carbohydrate. In the beginning, it was believed that oxygen evolved from carbon dioxide. But later on, Van Neal in 1931 first time they gave the idea that oxygen evolved from water and not from carbon dioxide. Their results they depend upon this equation in which the carbon dioxide that seems to be converted into carbohydrate, and in place of oxygen sulfur is released. Later on in 1941, this idea of Van Neal was confirmed by Samuel Rubin and Martin Kamen. They used the isotopic form of oxygen, which is O18. Oxygen liberated in this process was isotopically labeled and come from water when they used isotopic oxygen in water. That is, the oxygen evolved during the process of photosynthesis that was isotopically radioactively labeled. This confirms that oxygen is evolved or come out in this photosynthetic process from the water, not from the carbon dioxide. In this slide, the mechanism of photosynthesis involved is a two-step process. Photosynthesis is not a very simple process and it does not take place in one step reaction. This process is a complex process in which two steps they are closely involved. One is light reaction, which is also known to be as photochemical reaction. The another is dark reaction, that is also known as thermochemical reaction. As we see in the slide, the first step, that is light reaction, is light dependent, whereas the second step, that is light independent. But the second step, it used the product of first step. The evidences in this sport that was given by Warburg in 1919. In this experiment, they used two sets of chlorella algae. In the first set of chlorella algae, they gave continuous light, whereas in the second set, they gave light and dark period in an intermittent way. इंटरमिटेंट वे मीन्स कि बीच बीच में पहले लाइट का फेज और उसके बाद डार्क फेज दिया, देन दे गेव लाइट फेज, देन दे गेव डार्क फेज. तो इस तरीके से उन्होंने लाइट और डार्क को मिक्स करके सेकंड सेट जो क्लोरेला एल्गी का था उसको सप्लाई किया या उसको प्रोवाइड किया, एंड व्हाट दे फाउंड दैट द photosynthetic yield was maximum in second set where they gave the intermittent light, and in both the process the total period of light remain the same. Or we can say in another way, the rate of photosynthesis was greater in intermittent light as compared to the first step where the continuous light was given. This overall experimental procedure, it indicates that there exist two steps in photosynthesis. One step, it take continuous light, and in this step the sum product of light reaction that start accumulating. In the second step, that is dark reaction, where the product of light reaction they are utilized. In this way we can say that both the step of photosynthesis they are closely related with each other. This experiment of Warburg is also known as flashing light experiment. Evidences Second evidence for this is carbon dioxide reduction in the dark. So this experiment was performed by Professor Kelvin, where they exposed the green plants toward light in the absence of carbon dioxide, and these plants in the second step they were immediately transferred to the dark with the supply of radioactively labeled carbon dioxide, that is carbon dioxide 14. And what they observed? They observed that carbon dioxide 14 in the dark was fixed into carbohydrates. So from this experiment we can conclude that carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrates in the dark, and this phase is purely a chemical or the dark phase of photosynthesis. In the slide we can also see that first step is light reaction or photochemical reaction, and the second step is dark reaction or thermochemical reaction, and both the step they give rise to the hexose, that is carbohydrates. And by this process we can conclude that light reaction they synthesize some power for the dark reaction, and this power is known as assimilatory power, and the assimilatory power that is in the form of reduced NADP, that is NADPH2 and ATP, and this assimilatory power is used in the dark reaction, which is a second step reaction of photosynthesis. And by using this assimilatory power of first reaction, that is light reaction, the carbohydrate is synthesized in the dark reaction. So students, ये एसिमिलेटरी पावर्स जो लाइट रिएक्शन में बनती है NADPH2 और ATP की फॉर्म में, ये बड़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है। और इसमें एक बहुत अच्छा एक क्वेश्चन बनता है कि व्हाट आर द एसिमिलेटरी पावर ऑफ द सेल विच आर फॉर्म्ड ड्यूरिंग द फोटोसिंथेसिस। तो ये एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है कि एसिमिलेटरी पावर्स प्लांट्स में फोटोसिंथेसिस में किस रिएक्शन में बनती हैं और एसिमिलेटरी पावर कौन कौन सी हैं। थैंक यू, थैंक्स टू ऑल।